What's up, Nomad Nation? You've got Godfather. I'm 1/3 of your Nomad Gamers. Hey, it's Tuesday. We got through another weekend. We've started another work week. And here we are. We're at Talking Tuesday. The only thing that is better than Talking Tuesday is Thirsty Thursday, because then we know the weekend is upon us. But here we go anyways. So if you are watching me over on, hey, thank you, JJ. If you're watching me over here on Facebook, I want to say thank you. If you're watching on Kick or Twitch, I want to say thank you very much. If you are not a follower of any of those pages, I invite you to hit that follow button, turn on the notifications. That way, anytime that myself or JJ, when we're playing Grand Theft Auto, you can be included. I have a little bit more on Grand Theft Auto coming up. Now, if you are watching me over on YouTube, thank you very much. You found the home of the Nomad Gamers, where every Saturday at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, Zanar Crust Rider and Fireball 123D, they join me in studio, and man, we have an absolute blast as real gamers talking about real gaming news. It doesn't get any better than that. Now, if you want to talk to your favorite Nomad Gamer, I am on Discord tonight. Please don't scare the shit out of me. Please, please, please. But anyways, if you want to watch your favorite Nomad Gamer, go over to www.discord.com. Search for your Nomad Gamer, spelled the same way as it is for YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. In the mornings in the Tarkov channel, you'll find Fireball. In the evenings, you will find me in the Grand Theft Auto chat. Now, if you're watching me over on TikTok Live, I want to say thank you. I want to say hi. If you're not following my page yet, please hit that follow button. And then tap on the screen. Just tap on it. Tap, 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 tap. Give me some likes. Show me some love over there on TikTok land. Show me some love. All right. So with all that out of the way, let's get into tonight's episode. Tonight's episode is actually kind of short. It's going to be very short, but it's going to be packed full of very good information. MLB the Show 26 just arrived on scene, I think Friday. I think Friday is when it dropped. It's either Friday or Saturday. Now, I have played every MLB the Show since probably 2011, 2012. And they always get better by the year. Every year they get better. I've almost chalked it up to the same way as the Madden football franchise. Madden it's cookie cutter. Okay? Madden's a good game. It's a good franchise. I'm not dissing on it. But it's cookie cutter. Year in and year out, you have the same teams, you have the same stadiums, you have the same players with the same stats. Now the stadiums and the teams you can't do much about. Okay? All the major sports, they have their teams, and every once in a blue moon you might get a new team or a team moves. And then that's what you get. That's it. No more. Well, enter MLB the Show 26. You have your famous baseball stadiums. You got Wrigley, you got Fenway, you got Dodger Stadium, you got Yankee Stadium. You got all of the beautiful stadiums, okay? They also give you the option to build your own stadium. Now, granted, I haven't played 26 yet. I know we haven't. I haven't played yet. But last year, building your own stadium was kind of a pain in the ass. In 25 and 24, it was kind of a pain in the ass, and it was what it was. Here's what sets MLB the Show 26 or 25 or 24 apart from John Madden or any other cookie cutter sports game that comes out every single year. For MLB the Show, they update it about once a week. Now, when they update it, when players are getting very, very hot. They might start the season off at a 76. And as their season is going, and if they're having a breakout spring and a hot summer before the All-Star break, every week MLB the Show intensifies their card. So they could start out as an 87. Next week, they could be an 88. The week after that, they could be a 91, turning into a diamond. And then let's say the All-Star break comes and they cool off. They ain't that good of a player anymore. At least not for this year. They can go from 92 to 90 to 89, and they keep stepping down. I have watched some of the biggest players in MLB get hot in the spring and I swear to God, that card is worth millions of stubs. By the All-Star break, they're hurt or they're not doing so well, and their card ain't worth nothing. They also introduced, if a player does very good during the week, they will turbocharge them. What they essentially do is they take what's happening in real life and they turn it over to the video game. So if the player's hot in real life, they're hot in the game. If they're cold in real life, they're cold in the game. If they are hurt, then they go from, let's say, the Boston Red Sox to free agency in the game only. They're still on your roster, but they don't count against your collection of baseball cards that you need to have to unlock other features within the game. And that's for end game content. That's for the very loyal players of MLB the Show. I was trying to find the baseball cards for that's coming out this spring, and I kind of failed. I did find a couple that are here. So let's go over these real quick, and then we'll get to the main part of this. Charlie Condon, first base, Colorado Rockies, at 88 overall. Jesus Madez, shortstop, Milwaukee Brewers, 88 overall. This is another young man who's having a hell of a spring training. J.J. Wetherholt, second base, St. Louis Cardinals, 88 overall. Cade Anderson, starting pitcher, Seattle Mariners, 88 overall. Lazaro Montez, right field, Seattle Mariners, 88 overall. Max Clark, center field, Detroit Tigers, 88 overall. Michael Arrero, second baseman, Seattle Mariners, 88 overall. Rodriguez, catcher, St. Louis Cardinals, 88 overall. Jamie Arnold, starting pitcher, Athletics, 88. Eli Willits, shortstop, Washington Nationals, 88 overall. Ryan Salone, starting pitcher, Seattle Mariners, 88 overall. Franklin Araris, shortstop, Boston Red Sox, 88 overall. All of these guys are pretty much rookies who were in the minor leagues last year, having a hell of a spring training, made the roster, and they are now being featured on MLB The Show. So the thing that puts this apart is they got the diamond mode, where they're Diamond Dynasty, where you have a map and you have to be very strategic on how you move on this map to steal away fans. You battle that whatever team has that territory to get their fans. You do this entire map, and at the end, you get some pretty good rewards for it. Sometimes it's a baseball player. Sometimes it's an article of clothing that is collectible in the game. Sometimes it is it's baseball packs. And in those baseball packs, you can uncover a diamond. You can uncover all this other stuff that you need. This is what I think sets MLB The Show apart from NFL football or NBA 2K26 or any of those other games. It's more interactive than the other sports games are. Sure, baseball is kind of a boring sport to watch on TV. It's a hell of a sport to go watch in live action. It's kind of boring to play until MLB the Show came along. And once it came along with San Diego studios, it just kind of charged the entire. This game is so successful, it is ridiculous. And the reason why I started talking about that is because MLB is the hot thing right now. It is the new game out there. Major League Baseball starts tomorrow night. The Yankees are playing, I think, the San Francisco Giants. So everything kicks off tonight. So when I saw this article, I decided to read a little bit about it because it says MLB The Show 26 devs explain the harsh reality of making an annual sports game. And that got me thinking. You've got all these other annual sports games out there. You got the 2K series, whether that be for NBA, whether that be for wrestling. You have got NHL 26, 25, 24. You got John Madden. And then you got MLB The Show. And I'm sure there's FIFA for soccer. If it's a professional sport, it's more than likely a game. So it got me thinking, what is the harsh reality of them making a game every year? Won't lie. I read the whole article, and then I moved on, and I started watching another podcast about gaming, and they were pretty much regurgitating the same shit that Nomad Gamers always says about how it's taking too long for games to come out. And I got to thinking, how is it that MLB The Show, John Madden, or Madden Football, NHL, college football, all these games are coming out every year. And they're making improvements every single year. Now, granted, they got the skeleton. They've got the base. All they're really doing is just adding stuff into the game. So that, I'll give them kind of a pass on. But for 2 decades, the developers of MLB The Show have released a game every year. The series began with the show 06. I have it. It's in the house. And recently saw the release of the show 26, which debuted on March 17th of this year. The team had no time, and this is where I started getting very interested in it. The team had no time to sit back and enjoy their latest launch, as they are already looking ahead to the 2027 iteration of the popular baseball simulation and strategy game. Releasing the show annually is a delicate balancing act for the team, as they both focus on player feedback and manage their extensive backlog of features and improvements they want to include in the future. So what this tells me is that they are actively looking at the game. They're listening to their players. I've got to tip my hat for that one. They're listening to their players, and they've got a whole host of stuff they want to do on the backside of these games. And I guarantee you they just run out of time. For the team that they have, I think, and this is my own personal opinion, I think they're doing a hell of a job with this game. This game is coming out year in and year out. They have had oh hell, trying to remember. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it. Not Road to the Show. God damn it. We're looking at 27. Right here, storyline mode. I knew I was going to find it. It was going to take me a minute to find it, but I found it. So the storyline mode. That storyline mode has been evolving year after year after year. I'm not gonna lie, when it first came out, it was pretty stupid. It was pretty dumb. You were just a almost like Madden, where you were a player that was trying to make a comeback, and that's what you played. However, 3 years ago, I think it's been about 3 years now. They came out and they started highlighting the Negro League. Um, and they started telling their story. They started telling how they moved up in the ranks, even though life was so hard for them, even though they couldn't play as the other players played. At first, when I looked at it, I was like, man, please keep politics out of video games. But then once you get into that storyline and you get immersed into it, it's a damn good storyline. It's probably one of the best ones they've ever done. Then they came out with it again. And now this year, they are highlighting. Let's see if I can find the names of the players that they're going to highlight this year. Come on. Where is it? I lost it. They're highlighting 4 players this year from that era of baseball. And I think it is absolutely, utterly amazing of what they are doing. Here it is. They're going to be highlighting Derek Jeter as well at some point in the future for that storyline. So you're going to be able to play as Derek Jeter as he was coming up. Golly, I wish I could find this. Let's see here. Either way, they are highlighting 4, and I wish I could find them, but I can't. 4 players from the Negro League, again, telling their stories. These are the same 4 players who, once the 2 record books were joined together, and you took those 2 bases of players who held the records and you interlinked them together, some records fell. And it wasn't modern day players that dropped them. It was players from this league. Once they intertwined them, we had a new hits leader. We had a new stolen base leader. We had a new ERA leader. We had new, it was just sporadic all over the place. I think that's awesome how they're telling that story. That is what sets MLB 26 or MLB the Show apart from all the rest of the sports games. And I normally don't talk about sports games all that much because I think they're cookie cutter. I think that year in and year out, they're the same thing, just different names, different teams, off to the races. And let's face it, be truthful with me just as much as I'm being truthful with you. You turn down the damn difficulty on it and you run the table. Don't lie to me. I know you do. And I know I do. So if you're a baseball fan and you like playing sports games, I think 26 would be a game for you. I really do. All right, enough about that. Enough about that. How many out there have heard the news that just came out? The news is a Fortnite is in trouble. Fortnite, and I just read about it on Fox News. Don't judge. It's just what I was watching or what I was reading while I was eating my dinner tonight, and I'm going to see if I can find it again because when you start reading about games and major news, that tells me that the gamer community is getting big. That tells me that we're starting to be noticed. Fortnite is laying off 1,000 workers. And of course, why can I not find anything I'm looking for tonight? I can't find a damn thing. I wasn't going to report on this. Not at all. I hate reporting on layoffs. Everybody knows my stance on layoffs. Everybody knows that I can't stand it. And it just absolutely riles me up to the point that uh, I start getting irritated and start doing some really stupid stuff. Uh, oh, good Lord. It's almost like it just disappeared. There was some Rockstar news today, too, but the Rockstar news was nothing huge. It was pretty much about glass breaking. That's where we're at. We're at glass breaking for Grand Theft Auto. Tell me how stupid that is. Let's go back to the device and yeah, ooh, here it is right here. I was reading it on my iPad and that's where I just found it again. Epic Games cuts 1,000 jobs as Fortnite magic fades in extreme market conditions. CEO Tim Sweeney says downturn in Fortnite engagement that started in 2025 is continuing. I don't know. Maybe your gamer base is growing up. The Fortnite craze might have reached its crescendo. Epic Games announced layoffs of 1,000 employees Tuesday, citing declining Fortnite engagement. We've had challenges delivering consistent Fortnite magic with every season, CEO Tim Sweeney admitted in a memo to staff. Today, we are laying off over 1,000 Epic employees, the memo began. I'm sorry, we're here again, which tells me that they were there once before. The downturn in Fortnite's engagement that started in 2025 means we're spending significantly more than we are making, and we have to make major cuts to keep the company funded. All right. I'm not going to go too far uh, into this layoff, but I will say this for him. And I kind of see this, and I'm starting to understand something, whether that be right, wrong, or indifferent. But I was watching a podcast earlier that said, and Nomad Gamers have said it too. Thank you for the like, Dakota. I do appreciate it. It is taking too damn long to make games. And when I heard that on the other podcast, I'm like, well, no shit. Nomad Gamers has been saying it. I've been saying it. Now you guys are saying it. Like, what gives? But then what they said next hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm starting to understand. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, we were getting games for franchises every 2 years. So we were able to fall in love with these characters, i.e., Mario, i.e., Sonic, i.e., Yoshi, Cloud, that dude off of Call of Duty, Master Chief. I can go on and I can go on and I can go on. But then I got to thinking again, why is it taking so long to make a game? But then you got to look at the other side of the coin too. See, when people start thinking about this, they think one-sided. They think about the gamers. Well, yes, we are important. We are the customer. But at the same time, we have to understand one thing too. We keep demanding more. And I'm one of them. I keep demanding better graphics. I keep demanding that these games look more lifelike. I keep demanding that the games that a player can't run down a fucking wall. I keep demanding all this stuff just like you keep demanding it. Well, all of that takes time. It takes effort. That's why we don't see games coming out every 2 years. That's why the sports games can come out every year because they don't have that constraint. They don't have a story to tell. They already have the base. They can knock it out. Games like Fortnite, games like Fallout, Call of Duty, Ark, you name it. Put the game up there. Final Fantasy. I don't care what the game is, but they have to get a story. They have to have good graphics, and they have to have a way to keep the player engaged. One of the problems going into this for Epic and Fortnite was, I think they waited too long before they released anything else. They were riding that high wave, and now that high wave, every tsunami ends. Unfortunately for Epic, they couldn't see that tsunami was starting to come down. Hence why they're laying off over 1,000 more employees. Now, the good news for us gamers is historically, when we get layoffs like this, the indie side explodes. We start getting games that developers are in love with, that is their baby, and we get great games. Look at Expedition 33. Great game. Game of the year. I think, if memory serves me correctly, the last 2 game of the years were both indie games. So I'm excited to see what comes out of all these layoffs. I think these employees, I think these people will be just fine. So, God, I hope they're going to be fine because that would suck. That would suck awful. All right, so last week, how many of y'all watched the Nomad Gamers last week on Saturday? I asked Zanar Crustrider a point-blank question about Midnight. How is it? Is it what you thought it was going to be? His answer to me was, yes, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. World of Warcraft Midnight Review came out. I've been missing. Sorry, Bubs. Been missing what? The War Within was the start of a whole new era for World of Warcraft, and at this point is probably this author's favorite expansion ever. I don't know. I'll have to ask Crustrider about that. So Midnight had big shoes to fill, or maybe I should say, a long shadow to cast over it. And it seems like Extalis still refuses to wear shoes, but when you factor in the flexible player housing system, which it looks amazing, by the way, stunning new zones, they always come out with stunning new zones, an end game that refines some of its predecessors' best ideas. The second chapter of this trilogy is shaping up to be heroic. All right, let me go to Dakota real quick. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, man, I hear you got a promotion at work. Congratulations. And you got a young family. Don't worry about missing my streams, brother. You take care of them. Don't worry about mine. Catch it when you can catch it. I ain't mad at you. I'm going to start beating a dead horse again. I have to. 24 years World of Warcraft has been with us. 2-4. They keep trudging down the road, whereas other games keep tripping. Hold on. Hell yeah, you became a journeyman. That is amazing. Super proud of you, buds. Keep doing that good work. What is so what what is driving the success of World of Warcraft? Why is World of Warcraft still so damn popular and you got to pay $15 a month to play it? Beyond that, you have to have a PC that is powerful enough to play that game. But yet you've got thousands upon thousands of players who stay with the game. Has World of Warcraft had some downturns over that 24 years? Absolutely. One of them downturns got me and Sweet Kitty Pie to stop playing. I ain't afraid to say it. Probably one of the best decisions of my life. But what is the damn success with World of Warcraft that these other games cannot replicate? Let's take a game like Fallout 76. It is free. Besides the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox or the PC, it is free after you buy the game. It is not even up to this par. Final Fantasy is not up to this par. You name a video game out there. I don't care if it's first shooter. I don't care if it's RPG. I don't care if it's role playing. I don't give a damn what it is. It does not hold a candle to World of Warcraft. Tabletop games do. Like Warhammer 40K, it does all day long. But World of Warcraft is kicking the shit out of everybody. And they're doing it pretty much unnoticed. Let's see here. Eversong Woods has been reimagined gorgeously. Once again, the side quest writing at its best proves superior to the main plot. These are just highlights of this article. And all of these highlights are showing you why this game is superior to everybody else. Eversong Woods is an OG to that game. It's one of the very first areas, I believe. Silver Moon City got an entire remake. What World of Warcraft did is they started here, they expanded way out here to where you're playing in these fringes. While you're playing out here and doing all this stuff, they're over here in Silver Moon City giving it a facelift. And then when the new one comes out, the new expansion, they say, "Oh, by the way, look at this older city we just updated. Come on back, take a look at it." If they keep doing stuff like that, this game has another 24 years in its blood. It just does. The gaming industry needs to get back to the days of the early 2000s. Don't be giving us junk games. Don't be giving us crashy games and buggy games. But at least give us something to keep everybody interested. Because when you stop making games for 13, 14 years, fans lose interest within your franchise. Once they lose interest and once they leave, they do not come back. We have another comment by Dakota. Only game I would compare in player base is CS:GO 2. What is CS? You're going to have to help me out there. Two completely different games, but CS:GO has been around for years and continues to grow as well. Oh, Counter-Strike. Sorry, man, it's been a long day. There are games out there that are quiet who are rivaling World of Warcraft. I'm talking the mainstream games, brother. I'm talking like Rockstar's games, Bethesda's games, Square Enix's games. I'm talking. Look how long it has taken to make the Final Fantasy VII remake. You have a 3-disc game from 1997. They have 2 games out right now. They're about to drop the third, and that's been spread out over years. And they're only 50% done with it. Only 50% done. Something has to change in the gaming industry. Something has to change with the mindset of the CEOs. Something has to change and change fast because a lot of people are losing their jobs. The colleges are still popping out grads. The workforce is not constricting. If anything, it's getting more inflated. If they would just listen to freaking reason, if they would just use their head, because I'm going to tell you right now, if I am thinking this, then they have got to be thinking about it. Because I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I've said it before. You leave a team back to take care of, and I'm going to use Grand Theft Auto as an example. Just an example. Leave a team back to take care of Grand Theft Auto Online. Leave a team back to take care of Red Dead Online. Then you move everybody else forward to punch out Red Dead 3 and Grand Theft Auto 6. By the way, nobody knows if Red Dead 3 is even a thing yet. If they would leapfrog themselves like this, they'd print money off. These employees would still have a job at the company they're at. Let's get to our comments real quick. From Dakota. Oh, yeah, they don't have much that is mainstream, but Counter-Strike was the only game that came to mind in player base, compatibility, and longevity. I knew if I said it quick enough, I'd be able to get it out there. You're right. You're right, Dakota. Mojo, thank you for watching, by the way, and thank you for the comment. I do appreciate it. Sigh. Such is how greed and capitalism work. They don't care for the weak. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The point to all of this is we can have the greed and we can have more games all at the same time if they did it right. But they don't do it right. I am just as much against greed as I am a lot of other things. But at the end of the day, damn it, if greed's going to get me Red Dead Online 3 or Red Dead Redemption 3, ping, go ahead and take your greed. If greed's going to get me Grand Theft Auto 6, cha-ching, go get it, baby. As long as I get my game. But at the end of the day, you got to look back at Epic and go, why are you laying off over 1,000 employees? Why couldn't you break them into teams? And whatever that number of team members is, I couldn't tell you. I'm not a graphic designer. I don't know how to make video games. But over 1,000, I would assume you'd be able to make 2 or 3 teams because they still have employees left. Make 2 or 3 teams and start printing your money off. Take care of your older games and start making new games. More comments. AI takeover for Epic. I don't know. I don't know if it did or didn't. The article didn't say one way or the other. We have all known that Fortnite was going downhill for months. Oh, God, it's been, almost a year now that we've known. I thought it might recover a little bit, but it doesn't look like it is. But it just brings me back to my point of teams. They gotta figure out a way to get new games out in a timely fashion while supporting their older games. Because over in Europe, they just got ruled against. They can't shut games off. They can't stop support for them. I love all the comments. You guys are amazing. Mojo, again, thank you. I'm surprised your first pick was Epic and not Microsoft, and the many studios they have bought over the years. So many layoff stories left and right. Okay, okay. I'm picking on Epic for one reason, okay? Because Epic is the first one that I saw tonight. All right. I read an article tonight about them, and that's what brought it to the forefront. Every major developer has done this, and you are so right with Microsoft. You are dead on the money with Microsoft. With all of the little studios that they bought up, there's absolutely no reason for layoffs because, again, I go back to the point of make a team, whatever that number may be. We are now in the thousands, and not 2,000. We're talking 3, 4, 5,000 workers that have been laid off over the past 5 years worldwide about video games. I said it last week on the Nomad Gamers. I said, if Ubisoft is laying off in the UK, why can't Rockstar go over there and at least say, hey, we have an opportunity for you. Take Grand Theft Auto or take Red Dead Redemption. That is your baby. You keep it up to date. Then you move the team that is doing it now over to new content for Red Dead 3, which, by the way, has not been announced. Or Bethesda. Bethesda goes to them and says, hey, I want you to update and maintain Fallout 76 while that team starts working on the Elder Scrolls 6 and another team starts working on Fallout 5. It is all greed. It is destroying some people. Unfortunately, it is destroying some people. The indie games are about to have a big boost. And then they're just going to get gobbled up by the bigger guys once they get very popular again. It's just a vicious circle. I don't understand it. Like these people in leadership positions on these big video game developers, it's like they have no leadership experience. They're just out there going up, up. I ain't making $1,000. Hey, fire them 1,000 people. It makes no sense. It just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I just don't know. And it irritates the shit out of me because in my head it is very simple. And for whatever reason, people with a bigger degree than me can't seem to see this, and it drives me nuts. So over on my Facebook page, you are going to see a poll. And the poll reads, and thank you, Dakota. I know you've already answered it, but it's a Starfield poll, and it says, with Starfield coming to PlayStation 5, will you play it? Yes. Another option is no. I already played it on Xbox and PC, and no, not interested. I was highly shocked by this poll's results from where I was watching and what gave me the brainchild to put it on my Facebook page. I was highly shocked. And I'm not going to say what it was, but 54.6 said one thing, 27.5 and 17.9. I'll let you think of what that may or may not have been. Everything that I've been reading on Starfield so far for the port going to PS5 is that they are doing very well in sales, which is a good thing. Okay. It is a very good thing, but it can only be a good thing with one thing is with those sales, they keep the DLCs rolling. Now, I heard one person on this last podcast I was watching say, "Well, there's no well, Rockstar's making it work by having PC, Xbox, and PlayStation and Switch, and all of those are getting free updates about every 6 months. Bethesda, what the hell's your problem? That is the only way Starfield is going to come back." I said a whole bunch of things about Starfield last week. A lot of it was true. A lot of it was my opinion, and some things I said, and I corrected it on Nomad Gamers, was false. It was proven false. Big deal. But my God, I just wish the gaming community, not even the gaming community, it'd be gaming development uh, companies. I wish they pulled their head out of their ass and actually understand what is going on and what they need to do. The answer's simple. They just refuse to do it. Arc Raiders. I have not forgot about Arc Raiders. I swear to God I haven't. I've been so goddamn busy the last 3 weeks that I kind of slipped. But I am getting Arc Raiders. I will be getting it at the 1st of March. I will be downloading it. I promise. And then myself and Samurai, we're going to go shoot some things. So be looking for that stream. I'm thinking about possibly re-downloading Starfield. So my streams might get, Monday being Grand Theft Auto, Tuesday being this, Wednesday being Starfield, Thursday being Thirsty Thursday, Friday being Arc Raiders, Saturday being Battle some damn thing that Fireball found, and then the Nomad Gamers, and then Sunday being Sunday Fun Day with Sweet Kitty Pie playing Minecraft. Okay, yeah, 1st of April. What did I say? 1st of March? Sorry. Uh, so yeah, my schedule is going to get different. Um, and then you got to remember it's also summer, so there's going to be a lot of times I'm going to be out on the motorcycle. So just be paying attention to the page. Be paying attention to the lives. And you'll get everything you need to know. No, I'm not going to April Fool's you. For everyone out there that doesn't know, April Fool's Day is my anniversary from retiring from the United States Army. I picked that day because it is a fun day, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people thought my retiring was going to be an April Fool's and that I'd still be there on April 2nd. Well, the joke was on them. I retired. This year, so it's going to be Arc Raiders, and April 2nd, I will be playing Arc Raiders. So there you go. All right. Grand Theft Auto 6. Here's my prediction on that. There's a lot of leaks out there. There is a lot of bullshit going on out there. Do not believe what you're reading. Okay? Um, leaks are just opinions. Leaks are lies. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not right. I read one today where some dude on LinkedIn put down that he worked on the glass breaking in Grand Theft Auto 6. Glass breaking is where we're at. That must be the hot button topic for Grand Theft Auto 6. I've talked to JJ. I've talked to Sweet Kitty Pie. We are going to be transitioning during that time to a console. So the cockpit is going to get a console somewhere in it to where we can play Grand Theft Auto 6 and I can stream that content to you. I will still be in this chair for 40 hours. I'm taking the week off to game and to stream. and then hopefully we start getting news on the PC version and what does the online look like. Are they going to leave the online alone? I never thought of that option until I think it was yesterday I thought about it. Are they just going to leave Grand Theft Auto Online alone and this is just going to be a new story? Or are we going to get a brand new Grand Theft Auto Online? But then what does that look like? Are we all going to get zapped to zero and all of our millions upon millions in assets and money gone and have to start all over? I would like that. Fresh starts are not a bad thing. Fresh start means that I can get a crew together and we can all go out and we can all progress at the same time. Speaking of that, I am actively recruiting 2 team members for Grand Theft Auto nights. Myself and JJ, we need some help. We need help with heists. We need help with businesses. We can do it as a 2-player team, but when it comes to the heist, you need at least 4. We have our own dedicated channel in the Discord channel for Nomad Gamers. If I have to, I will make another one that is and give them a certain permission to where only we can go in, but who knows? Be watching my TikTok, be watching my Facebook. I will be posting more stuff. More polls will be coming out. Myself and Fireball, we are looking at possibly going to a game con in the middle of April. So if we do that, we'll announce it some more. But we're going to get out and start showing our face in public. Do I have any other comments out of the audience tonight? By the way, if you are watching and you have not hit the like button, please do. If you like what you see, please share the content. If you're over on, and I see quite a few on TikTok Live, if you're over on TikTok, just tap the screen. That's how you like. Just tap it. Tap, tap, tappity. If you're over on Facebook, hit that like button. If you're over on YouTube, hit that heart. Come on, I know you can do it. Come on, just one for me. All right. So, thanks for streaming, big dog. Have a great night, yo. You know I will. I have not. I told you guys I was going to start watching Santiago. I got busy today. I didn't get to see him. I will watch him tomorrow, and I will report on his progress on Thursday. I know he's doing great things with Back from the Dead. I know he's doing great things for Inhumane Championship Wrestling. Also, Trash Can Graham. Best of luck to you on Saturday as you go for the Inhumane Championship belt, the heavyweight championship. Good luck to you down in Southern Illinois as you battle that other dude. I don't know his name like I know your name, but we're behind you. I hope you come away with the championship. But I will start watching them guys again come tomorrow. So, in the words of Santiago Cirillo, your negativity cannot and will not break me. You're beautiful just the way you are. If you're playing a game out there and you run across a griefer and that griefer needs blowed the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. We have had from 6 to 12. I've doubled my viewership on everything but TikTok. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you. Over on TikTok Live, we have 33 total viewers. We blinked on new followers. We have no likes. I got more likes on Facebook tonight than I did on TikTok, but that's okay. So until I see you again tomorrow night at 7:30 for my Grand Theft Auto 5 stream, when we attack